Hi everyone. I'm so sorry I've been gone for a while. It's been a month. It's been quite a month. Month of challenges and moving and miracles and stalkers. I haven't had a chance to post. I'm posting from my new home. I was going to do outdoor readings, but just at the moment I'm not even joking, just at the moment with the stalker situation, I am completely on my own today. So the kids are with their dad and I just feel a little bit safer doing this from home. It's interesting too because I did do a reading a few months back and I really remember talking about a stalker. And I remember at the time it came out of nowhere. I was doing a reading and it was all going beautifully. And then this stalker card came up and just completely changed the vibe of that reading. I wish I remember what it was called. I know I was wearing a black dress. So for those of you who are interested, you might be going through something similar. I was wearing a black dress in it, and I think I did 2 readings because I'm pretty sure my storage ran out. But anywho, I was talking about a stalker, and there you go. Sometimes you might listen to these things and it doesn't happen for a few months or, possibly a year. But I've actually had more than one. But yeah, there's one in particular at the moment. So that's what's been happening. I do want to just quickly say thank you to those of you who actually emailed me to check in on me. That was so sweet. Very, very touched by that. All right, so we're going to do this in hopefully under 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Oh, that's a bit of a mess. Okay, what's going on here? Breakthrough, adventure, deliberation. Well, I'm just going to go with my gut here. I don't second guess myself anymore these days. I hope you're not either. Somebody who traditionally would be just sitting there, twiddling their thumbs, thinking, has said, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go on an adventure. I'm going to go with the flow, and there are going to be rewards for that. Would you rather be this dude on Mars, or girl, or this guy? Yeah. And interestingly, that's kind of how my move happened. It all happened so suddenly. I just got certain instincts or impulses and said yes, 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 yes. And we're in the most beautiful home, actually. But yeah, this is the best room in the house to do this reading. So let's keep going. 1, 2, 3. Reason being the place is a mess at the moment, okay? That's the reason. I am going to tidy it up, but after this. I just wanted to get this done first. All right, 1, 2. Oh, stability. Yeah, well, there you go. Life force energy, stability. So what do I want to say about this? Because it's not my story, it's your story. Well, yeah, stillness. Do you notice that stillness has come out in reverse? And I just talked about that with the guy that was sitting there, twiddling his thumbs. Reverse the stillness, take some action, find your life force energy, and it will actually lead to stability anyway. This is the message that God wants to give to you right now. Sometimes you just need to get up off your ass. You just need to do the thing, whatever that thing is for you. As long as you are coming from a good place, from the heart space. I want to say the heart space because last night I had a very big chat to God, and that's what he wanted to talk to me about, was a heart space. I don't know if I should get into it. Should I? The Hansel and Gretel. Well, you know what? I will, because it might only just be for one person, but I'll say it. So he was showing me his own version of Hansel and Gretel, talking about a particular connection where we'll say the masculine, but please, you can also reverse this, okay? So if you're a masculine watching this and it's a feminine who's done it to you, then it could apply to you. But he just showed me a masculine who... he was already right there. He'd reached a certain feminine and he basically had her in the palm of his hands. He could have her, but something in him said, I want to just go and try that trail there. So they were in the forest. He said, I just want to go down that path over there just to see if there's something else, just in case, before I come back and lock it in. And as he did it, he kind of left a trail of breadcrumbs. That's a metaphor for breadcrumbing. So I think this person might have breadcrumbed the person they left. Just said, wait here, and just, thrown some crumbs at them while they went to explore elsewhere. When they went elsewhere, what they found was not what they were hoping for. So then they thought they'd be able to just come back, and back to where they left off. But the person, that feminine, was no longer there. She'd already gone elsewhere. She'd gone on a different path and she was doing great. And then this masculine was wanting to find her. But what God said was because we're going back to the heart space, when somebody leaves a person who has a pure heart. That's what he said to me. When someone leaves a person who has a pure heart, if they then try to come back, God will remove the roadmap. They'll have no map to get back to them. Okay, that's going to be for someone or maybe a few of you. All right, let's go. 3 more. Universe, what do you want to say to them? I said under 5 already. That's not happening. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There's a reason I want to do that. Look at that. Holy moly. Yeah, he's spoken. God has spoken. Fortune favors the brave. Well, okay, so now stillness is coming up in the upright. What's going on here? What are you saying now? Life force energy. But again, it's moving away from the stillness. I do want to get 3 more to clarify, though. I do. So we've got someone sitting still and then someone who I feel like, well, this is the guy that was going to go on that adventure. Let's talk about these two. I'm going to get 3 more, please, to clarify. Yeah, I wanted to keep these readings shorter because I know people have shorter attention spans these days, and also people are really busy. I don't know that people always have, 20 minutes to sit through some of these readings. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, and I do like to go for a run every morning as well now, so I don't mind doing, a quick 5-minute reading before I do that. Freedom. Can you see that? Freedom. And why is happiness in the reverse? Okay, so now this is getting complicated. Okay. And longer. Flow. Okay. We'll go 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Vast vistas. Okay, well, it is quite a vast vista from the moon. Definitely got a bird's eye view from up there and then some. Miracles. Okay. All right. Flow. Okay. That's interesting. So the message... Oh, sorry, I just realized you can't see them. Okay. Hopefully we don't get a knock on the door here. The boys next door have completely fallen in love with my boys, and so they knock every day to play, which is adorable, but I'm just kind of concentrating now. Okay, so the message I'm getting here is one about following the flow. It's really important to flow. So as I said to you, in my case, I flowed with those instincts and I went for it. So I stayed still. I did remain still until I really felt like, okay, now we're going to move. And it all happened so suddenly. Playfulness. Okay, that might be for some of you. Well, I was just talking about the kids playing, wasn't I? I just said they come to play. So I suppose it's having I want to say a curious attitude. And also just not taking things so seriously. Because if you take things too seriously, you will never move and you'll remain in the stillness. At some point, I mean, if you do think of life as a bit of a game, what is play? It's exploring, it's experimenting. Yeah, that's what we come here to do on this earth. Among other things, I genuinely believe we also come here to help out as many people as we can. That's just my personal philosophy. And I will say, I have experienced more kindness from strangers in this last month than I have experienced for my entire life prior to this month. It's been really humbling, actually, really humbling. I was saying to my friend the other day, I actually thought I was a good person, but this has been quite humbling because, there's a whole other level of, just, I'm going to say just complete altruism. And I have been so touched by it. So have my kids. You never know how much your kindness can touch someone's life. Well, I was just talking about flexibility. Yeah, I didn't use the word flexibility, but yes, flexibility, adaptability, just being able to try new things, because it really does pay dividends as long as you're coming from the right place. But I do need to know why I'm going to move these aside for the moment because they've already said their piece. I do need to know why we've got happiness in the reverse though, and then freedom. What's going on here? Because I'm not going to make something up. Oh, although I'm getting kind of like a mirror image. Here we've got the cliffs down the bottom, and here they're up at the top. So that might have been the journey that someone's taken. That's what I'm getting. It's the great ascent. And it starts off with a dream. And that might be why you're telling me this, God, because I have forgotten about that. I was told, actually, and I think this was right at the start of this this domino effect I've experienced recently, where I just have one thought which leads to another, which leads to another, which leads to another, and it all just happened. God told me just to spend as much time as I could dreaming, dreaming, which is actually manifesting. So he said, mind the things that you think about. And he did, oh yes, okay, it's all here, because I had forgotten about it. He said, people who are always looking at the past, what they do is essentially, because their thoughts are thinking about the past, whether it be they're trying to make sense of what happened or trying to figure it out or trying to heal themselves from it potentially. If you keep going through the past, then what you're doing essentially is recreating the past. That's what you will do, because your life will go where your thoughts go. And so what he said was, it's the important thing to do is to spend your mental energy envisioning things, dreaming about things, and really imagine it. So go in there and feel all the emotions as though it was actually happening, and just do it as much as you can. I know sometimes people say, oh, do it for, 5 minutes in the morning, or that was something I once heard, when you first wake up, do it for 5 minutes while there's less resistance. That is true. But he just said, do it all the time, because the thing is, this is what God said, you're going to have to do something with your thoughts anyway. It's not possible to not think. You're always going to be thinking of something. And sure, a lot of your thoughts might be about practical considerations. Yes, but not all of them, right? So if you are going to take yourself out of, practical responsibilities, go for it. Just dream, 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 dream. Perhaps not every single one will come true, but a lot of them will. And honestly, I'm going to give you an example. I'm just going to give you a little example, just one. And there's so many this last month, but just the one. I actually was saying to God, you know what? I haven't bought myself a really nice face cream in ages. I'd really like to get myself a nice face cream. I got to do that. I just had the thought, and I was thinking about it, how it would feel having a nice face cream on. Because sometimes I'm so busy with the boys and everything, I don't really think about, I guess, physical things like that. That very day, I was gifted by a complete stranger, actually. There's a story behind it. The most beautiful face cream. And I think it's my favorite face cream I've ever used. I love it. And that's kind of how it works. And it can become habitual as well. Habitual manifestation. That's something else I was told about. So that's what that is. Is there anything else you want to say? We're at 12 minutes. Okay. There goes my plan to keep it short. But I don't feel we're ready to finish it. So let's go for 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Dream, dream, dream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Activation, yeah, because you don't know what you're going to activate. You really don't. Creativity. Is there anything we want to say that? Well, be creative with your thoughts. Be creative. Don't hold back, yeah? Get out of this frame, actually, I want to say. Beautiful as that picture is, get out of the frame. Expand it. No limits. Yeah. Get out of the frame. Be flexible. Just allow your mind to go. And the other thing he said was, and this might be for some, allow your mind, so while you're thinking, allow your mind to go wherever it wants to go. And he said, pay attention, because if you are in a particular thought and it just feels cold, that's what he said. So the game hot, I had never thought of this before, but when you say hot and cold, oh, getting warmer, there's actually something in that, because warmth, the warmer it gets, the more true it is, the closer to the truth it is. So it is very complicated, but essentially, if you are thinking of something and you can't feel it at all and you're getting no physical response, please listen to your bodies, he's said as well. If you're not getting any kind of physical response and it feels quite cold, quite dead, quite barren, then that's likely something that you are not going to manifest. And it could just be because, when it presents itself to you later, and I know this is complicated, but I'm going to say it anyway. When it does present itself to you, potentially it does present itself to you, but maybe it's not actually what you end up choosing. So it's whatever ends up, how do I say this? God already knows in advance what you chose every step of the way, okay? So you can't choose something that you never chose, meaning if it feels cold, it didn't happen. It never happened. That's why you're not getting that sense of excitement that you should get. But if you're having thoughts and you find that these thoughts feel exciting, they feel alive, you feel warmth throughout your body, potentially your heart chakra really lights up or warms up, then that's a good sign. That means you're very warm, you're very close to the truth, so you can continue with those thoughts. Please let me know if this is confusing. I'm happy for you to email me. I know my viewers tend to prefer emails. That's fine. In fact, I'm just going to take the comments off on this one. So if you have any questions, because I know it's complicated, please feel free to email me. I hope this was helpful, and I'm happy to be back with you all. I'll see you soon.